Hi, Mike Pelton again from PeltonAdventures.com. This is the arriving at your campsite video. This is the good part. So, the first thing you're going to want to do after you get parked, a couple things about parking. Speakerphone is your friend, and the buddy system is your friend. So a lot of campsites are pull-throughs, and that makes it a little easier. But if you do have to back it in, Harvey the RV is equipped with a backup camera that has sound. So you could hear the person talking to you from behind. However, you can't talk to them. So what we do is I put my phone, set it on the boot tray, put it on speakerphone, and when we're backing into a spot, Noelle can just talk to me on her phone. I can tell her where to go because I can see her in the mirrors, and it makes backing in pretty simple. The things you're going to want to watch for, of course, are hitting anything, but also just tree branches. They can scratch up the side of it significantly, and obviously we don't want that. So make sure you park in a spot where you know you have room for the slides to come out, and the buddy system is great. We found the speakerphone thing works well. The next thing you're going to want to do is get your boards out. So the boards, if you recall, are on the driver's side in one of the compartments, and you're going to want to put them under where the jacks are. You can get on one knee and you can actually see the jacks. They're located behind all four wheels. Two in the front, one on each side, and then there's another two in back. Again, behind those wheels. Getting down on one knee, you can see them real easily. So you'll want to position those boards right underneath them. Okay? Now, before we put our jacks down and pull our slides out and do all those sorts of things, you're going to want to do your plumbing, electrical, and sewer connections, if available, if that's the type of place you're at. There's another video on those that show you how to do all that stuff. So that is the first thing you're going to want to do after getting your boards out. So now, we've got ourselves hooked up, we've got our boards out, it's time to hop in Harvey and get set up for having a fun week. So, quite a large jump for mankind. There's some automatic stairs that come out when you open the door. These stairs will go in every time you shut the door and come out every time you open it, unless you hit, there's a switch right here that says entry step. Once you're to where you're going to stay, you're going to want to move this switch up, and now these steps will just stay out all the time. Okay? That's really important because we don't want them going in and out. People can get hurt because they kind of come out and in at a different rate, and we don't want wear and tear in the system. So once you're where you're going to stay, go ahead and turn them off. The other thing to note while we're right here at this front door is how to, we have the air conditioning on right now, so we're going to go ahead and leave the exterior door closed like that. But on a nice day in the shade, it's hot here right now, you may want to, you hit that release, and then you can slide this shut so bugs can't get in, and you can just have a screen door. This door will just stay open. This little shock absorber at the top will keep it out there. So if you just want to have the screen door, you can do that. And then when you go to put it back, just the opposite is true. You pull this little release right here, the screen door gets hooked up to that, and we are headed in. Up the steps we go. And it is time to kick off the shoes. Let's try to keep it clean. We don't want any stains in the carpet, so the shoes go right in this provided boot tray right up front. We do have a little rug at the top here, and let's get the door shut. Okay. So now, the next move is going to be to get our jacks down, our slides out, and then we'll go through some of the processes that you have to get this thing ready for your adventure here. So, starting with the jacks. There's a note right here that says operator only, person on board when operating jack leveling system. The reason for that is these are computer controlled. They're very sensitive, and if people are in the RV moving around and causing any jostling, it'll confuse the system, the jacks won't work right, and it can in fact cause damage to the system. So have the operator just be the only person on board when this is going on, okay? So let's get them down. We've got to start the vehicle here. So we're going to keep the vehicle running here for just a little bit. So, I'm going to turn the system on. You'll see lights come on. You'll see the weight blinking. This is while the system is getting itself prepared. I don't know exactly what it's doing, but as soon as it does, that wait light goes off. So it is now ready for us to put the jacks down. You have to have the jacks down prior to putting the slides out. The slides are very, very heavy, and the vehicle will become tippy if you do that, and it'll be harder for the jacks to operate. So this is step one. Weight is gone, jacks down. So all we got to do is hit the auto button, and you won't be able to hear it on the video, but you see that wait light start blinking, and once you're in this, you'll be able to hear them doing things, and you'll actually be able to feel it kind of leveling itself. It takes maybe a minute or two, I don't know. It's not a very long process, and once it's done, that wait light will stop blinking and just go to black. It'll say jacks up. There, you probably even saw a little jostle in the video there. You can feel it moving around here. So this is the time where you definitely want to hold as still as you can, let it do its thing. I can still hear them a little bit here. Here goes our front. All right. There we go. The little green light came on in the middle. It tells us we're level. The wait light went off, and the jacks down light is on. So we, at this point, can go ahead and turn off the system, and we're level. All right, so here we are. Jacks are down. Time to get the slides out. What's our step one? Well, where are the slide controls? They're right here. Room slide out is going to be the first one we do. Wait a minute. What's this warning? Very important, folks. The driver's seat, after driving, needs to be put into the forward and upright position to clear the slide from coming out. So, look right here. You can see this slide would hit that chair as it goes in. There's even a few marks where it's happened in poor Harvey's history. So we need to move this far, far forward to just make certain that we've got plenty of room for clearance. Okay, so we've already been around the outside of the RV to know that all of our doors are shut. We're clear for trees. We're clear for these slides to come out from hitting anything. We're also clear from people. And once again, the operator should be the only person in the vehicle. We can't have people riding on the couches when the slides go out. These are very sensitive systems and they're very expensive to fix. So, without much further ado, let's put the slide out. Room slide out right here. It says out. We're going to go ahead and press and hold that, and we're going to turn around and let you watch it go out. So here goes the left-hand one. You'll see it start moving, and this slide's kind of interesting. It sort of tips a bit as it goes, but just listen. Make sure you're not hearing anything weird or binding or any of that. It's normal for it to go out a little crooked like this. That's how it works. And then if you watch the floor, it will set down nice and smooth. And there it goes. All right, so that one is out. Now it's time to do the kitchen. Slide room 2 is up here in the control center. It's the third button from the left. Slide room 1 does not do anything. Slide room 2 is out, and that's going to be your kitchen. Here it goes. Okay, that slides out. Look how wide we got. Look at all the room. You're going to have a great vacation. Let's go ahead and get the bedroom one out. Okay, so the camera's not going to be able to get in here, but the bedroom control is right inside here. It's another rocker, just like up in the other, and guess what? You press the rocker that way, that's going to go out. Here we go. Watch your feet. All right, bedroom's out. All 3 slides are out. We can go ahead and turn the vehicle off. All right, so here we go. Let's do our little interior walk around, the rest of the stuff you're going to do to get set up to have a great vacation. In here, this giant case is your owner's manual and service records and all sorts of things like that. Anything that we're doing in this video that I haven't covered or you have questions about, take a look at the manual and you'll probably be able to find it, okay? This guy right here we've referred to a few times now. It's going to continue to be your most important area for controlling this RV, okay? So, you're going to want to turn your water pump on. We're not going to do that right now because I'm not hooked to water and you don't ever want to run a pump dry. And you're going to want to deal with your air conditioning. There's 2-zone air conditioning. This zone button here, of course, switches you from zone 1 to zone 2. I've only got 1 zone running right now because we're hooked only to 110. There's your cool. It'll work a lot like your thermostat in your house. So it says it's 92 in here. We've got it set to 75. We haven't been running it very long, so it will cool down. They work great. On zone 2, the temperature is pretty accurate. On zone 1, for some reason, it runs high. So when you've got it set to about 85, it's going to be pretty comfortable. It's going to be lower than 85. I'm not sure why it's wrong, but it just is. This is your telling you what you're hooked to. It's going to tell you you're hooked to 50 amp, 30 amp, or 20 amp like I am right now, and it's going to show what you can run. At 50 amp, you can run everything. 20 amp, you're going to see how many amps you're running, and you're going to have to start, you're not going to be able to turn everything on. Like I said, that's why I can't run 2 air conditioners right now. And then here's your tank level. This is going to show you your black tank, your gray tank, your fresh tank, and your LP gas. If you're staying for some time, if you recall from our video on our tank maintenance, you're going to want to keep an eye on these on a daily basis and go ahead and pull those gate valves when you need to run water out of your gray and your black tank, okay? Very, very important. We already talked about the door a little bit. There's a bank of light switches down here. Most of them are labeled. That's just fine. Okay, here is your DVD player. So I'm going to leave some instructions on how to operate this because you may not remember it from the video, but this DVD player can play on this TV and it can also play on the rear TV, on the large one. They both have to be set to AV1 on this, and then this guy here, this AVS 1000 HD, needs to be set to DVD on TV 1 and 2. But we'll have some written instructions in here for you for that. Also, I missed on the last go around, here's some extra keys. These are keys to some of the outside doors. The awning has a remote in there if you want to use that. There's keys to the hood in case something were to happen where you needed to have roadside assistance to be able to get into it. Okay? We've got a pull-out couch here. We're going to show you how to operate that specifically in a different video, but this is the pull-out couch. Take the cushions off and pull it out. We're waiting on a mattress for that. We're going to have a brand new one for you. Here's the kitchen. So, if you want hot water, you're going to have to remember to do this when you get here. Open this up. We're hooked to electric power. So there's the lightning bolt for electric. That would be for gas. The water heater can run on gas or electric. You're going to want to turn that water heater on, and it's going to start heating that water right away. Okay? The other thing you're going to want to get turned on is your refrigerator. So you'll see that it's in the off position right now. All you have to do is go ahead and hit the on button, and it's going to self-diagnose whether it's working on AC or gas. It'll take just a couple minutes for that light to come on. The AES Auto, what that is it's just for crisper and all that kind of stuff. So that's set to its own. The temperatures all stay the same, and there we go. So anyway, it's running on AC right now. Actually, I'm wrong on that AES Auto. That's the CLC and LAC. That's set wrong. This is just saying it's going to connect to whatever power source automatically, AC or gas. Okay, so with regards to the refrigerator, it also has these clip handles on there, so it can't open when you're driving. So when you open it, you just have to push those down and open it up. Do not yank on the handles, break the handles. It just needs to be, everyone that's on the RV needs to get educated that this is all you need to do. Push those little things down. It works on both the fridge and the freezer. Okay, let's flip back to the kitchen here. We've got a extra pull-out countertop that you can pull out if you need more cabinet space. We've got, this is really cool. This is a convection oven and a microwave all in one. Inside of it, we've got a folder that has the full instructions in here, as well as kind of a quick cooking guide. So that'll be right in there for you to learn how to operate that. You've got your gas stove here. Works just like any gas stove you've probably ever seen. Pushing down a little bit, you hear the clicking, flames come on. Okay? These A good place to store them if you're going to use the cooktop is down here under the sink, along with some other things that are there. But these actually add a nice little bit of counter space in the event that you're not really going to use that. Make sure that is cool before you put those back on. Doesn't take very long to cool down. That's going to need to happen. Our drawers here, since we were just traveling, are in their tight mode. They're closed all the way. So when you first open them, you have to give them a pretty good yank to release these clips. After that, while you're working or while you're using this for the week, just keep them slightly open. It'll help wear and tear on that clip system. So that way they open nice and easy, just like your regular kitchen drawers. And then before you leave, you can shut them all the way. Kitchen sink worked just like normal. You got paper towel holder. That's about it for the kitchen. So in the bathroom here, once again, another clip system while you're parked. You're going to want to turn that over so that you can open the shower door. Okay, you can just leave that for the week. Remember to shut it beforehand. Bedroom should be pretty much all set. All that's in there is a TV and light switch and that sort of thing. In here, we have your laundry. This is a washer-dryer combo. Full set of instructions right above it on how to use it. Okay? Okay, so here's our dining banquet. It does have drawers below that you can store things. The table does drop down into a bed, and we're going to show you the specifics of that in another video. Same thing over here with what's called our jackknife bed. It kind of folds down a little bit like a futon, and there's a drawer under that for extra things as well as storage up above. We are looking at the lighting here. There's buttons on the side for these lights. There's buttons down here for these reading lights. There's lighting all over the place in this. So we also want to point out the blinds. This is another important one. So these blinds operate, you need to do it with two hands. If you do it with one hand, you'll break cords on them, but they come down to a light filtering one, and then there is also a room darkening one that you may want to pull down at night. Almost all the windows have these blinds on them, and they operate the same way. So back up, and there. Well, that's about it, I think, for a quick walk around in the RV. Hopefully this was informative to you, and you enjoy your vacation. Thanks for watching.